Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at today, Monday, July 28th. Man, summer is flying by. We are back for another episode of the My Mortgage Hound Daily Home of the Day. We're going back to France. We've been talking about what is your dream country that you'd want to own real estate in. And nobody commented, so we're doing France, which is mine and my wife's. We want to own property in France. We just took a trip over there a few weeks ago, looked at some properties, and you guys get to go with us on this journey. Before we dive into the property for today, interest rates here in the US, which are some of the highest interest rates in the world. 6.81 is the national average according to Mortgage News Daily. For our government loans, 6.39 for an FHA, 6.40. Again, flat as a pancake. This is good. I think that everyone's kind of waiting to see with what happens with the feds, but very flat interest rates. I'll take it for the middle of the buying season. All right, today we're going to Reims. Also pronounced, if you are American, Reims, but it's the French pronunciation is Reims. Reims is a short 30-minute train ride from downtown Paris. It's about 80 miles away. Reims is famous for being in Champagne country. Some of the biggest champagne houses in the world are in Reims and the surrounding areas. You got Dom just not too far away, and our favorite 𝐬𝐲𝐿𝐵 is in Reims. So we took a train ride over and visited just for the day. We just did a day trip. And here on Google Earth, you can see the train station is right here, walking distance to this cathedral. This cathedral is another Notre Dame cathedral, and that's where all the kings were crowned, right here in Reims. Notre Dame de Reims. Very cool. There's still bullet holes on the outside of the cathedral from World War I. You're also walking distance from there to 𝐬𝐲𝐿𝐵𝐿, but today we're looking at an apartment right next to the cathedral. There's a Century 21 in France, which is really nice because it's kind of geared towards Americans. They have all the conversions built in. So we're looking at a 2-bedroom apartment in Reims, 210 euros converted to US dollars. That's 247,000. So kind of on the affordable range. These descriptions don't always translate well. 2 bedrooms, 0 bath. There's definitely a bathroom. There is an elevator. You get an assigned parking space. And compared to Paris, Reims is a little more livable. It feels a little more like a normal city, what we're used to. But for 15 euros, you can be in the heart of Paris in 30 minutes. All right, the description: discover this charming 4-room apartment. That's not bedrooms, that's 4 total rooms. In the heart of Reims. Enjoy stunning views of the Basilica, that's the Notre Dame, from a large balcony that serves all the rooms in this accommodation, located on the 3rd floor with an elevator. This habitable apartment without works offers you a comfortable and practical life, so without needing to come in and renovate. In the immediate vicinity of transport, the hypercenter, schools, shops, and parks. So short description, let's look at some pictures. So there's our balcony, very long balcony overlooking the park there. Nice laminate flooring. Very clean, move-in ready. There's the cathedral. Again, your view, got double sliders going out to the balcony. Here's your galley style kitchen, pretty simple. Looks like there's a door going out to the balcony from the kitchen as well. Okay, down the hall we have, it looks like a bathroom, bedroom number 1 with the door going out to the balcony. Here's your bathroom, stand-up shower. Very nice. Bedroom number 2. There you go. So for a vacation home, this is perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. Just a place to lay your head and use potentially as a short-term rental. That's why I love this location. It's next to the cathedral, and you can walk to a handful of some of the most famous champagne houses in the world. And if you don't know, these champagne houses, when you go on a tour, there's these caves carved into the chalk. And it's almost under the entire city. In 𝐬𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐿, there's 450 of these caves. You walk down these stairs into the caves. 450 of these caves, and if you're a history buff, Reims is awesome. The entire city moved into these caves in World War I and lived there for 4 years. You go around some of the caves and you can see a red cross painted on the chalk wall that indicates that cave was a hospital. There's caves where the schools were held. There's even a cave where people got married. So it's a very, very cool part of French history. But yeah, so that's 𝐬𝐻. Let's look at some numbers. So $246,908 is our purchase price. We're doing 25% down. The national average in France for an interest rate for a foreigner buying a second home is 4%, and that's probably on the high side. You could probably get closer to 3.5%, which is incredible. And with interest rates approaching 7% here in the States and home values higher than they've ever been, home affordability seems really tough, especially if you're looking for an investment property. This is very attractive. If we look at a payment breakdown, principal and interest $966, property taxes only $60 a month. That's an estimate. They hit you when you buy the house, so you're going to finance in or pay out of pocket a large amount, which we'll look at here in a second, up front for your property taxes. So the monthly property taxes are very affordable. Homeowners insurance probably around $20 a month, and then HOA. This is going to include your HOA, your utilities, somewhere around $70 a month. The nice thing is electricity in France is very affordable. So that gives us a total payment of $1,116. Guaranteed, not guaranteed, but on a short-term rental, this is very, very attractive. There's no reason why you can't get several $100s a night for this apartment. If we look at our closing costs, down payment $61,727. Total cost to do the loan probably around 10 grand, and then this is the upfront property taxes of around 17,000. So your total cash out of pocket 71,000. Total payment 1116 plus your HOA and your utilities. Guys, I don't know if it gets much more affordable than that in a very cool place, really close to Paris. So there you go. That was part 1 in our Reims series. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for getting us to 100 subscribers. We celebrated that on our live stream on Saturday, so go back and watch that. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.